Kenya's protests over a blogger's death, a wake-up call for East Africa. What happens when a voice is silenced? Not by debate, but by death in a police cell. This is the story of Albert Ojwang, a Kenyan blogger, an outspoken critic, and now a symbol of resistance. His tragic death has triggered a wave of protests in Kenya, but the tremors are being felt far beyond its borders. From the streets of Nairobi to the WhatsApp groups of Kampala, young Africans are rising and watching. This is not just a moment, it's a regional reckoning. Part 1. Who was Albert Ojwang? Albert Ojwang wasn't a celebrity. He didn't hold political office. He was a 27-year-old blogger from Homa Bay County, armed with nothing but a keyboard and courage. He wrote boldly about corruption, state brutality, and human rights. On June 6, 2025, he was arrested for allegedly spreading false information. Days later, he was dead. Police claimed he hit his head against a wall, but witnesses and rights groups tell a different story. They call it what it is, a state killing. Part 2. The protests erupt. Nairobi lit up with outrage. Protesters filled the streets, demanding answers, demanding justice. The government's first instinct? Tear gas. Armed police, silence. But something changed. President William Ruto, under pressure, admitted Ojwang died at the hands of police. A rare admission in a region where security forces are rarely held accountable. Part 3. The deeper political crisis 4-30. Albert's death is not isolated. It's a symptom. Kenya's police have a long history of brutality, especially during protests or in poor neighborhoods. And the youth? They've had enough. With high unemployment, inflation, and shrinking freedoms, young Kenyans see little future in silence. This is more than a protest. It's a political awakening, one that threatens to expose the uncomfortable truths of Kenya's democracy. Part 4. Ripple effects across East Africa. What happens in Kenya doesn't stay in Kenya. In Uganda, activists remember how Bobi Wine was brutalized for daring to run for president. In Tanzania, journalists have disappeared for asking too many questions. In Rwanda, even social media can land you behind bars. Albert Ojwang's death is a mirror, and across East Africa, people are starting to look. The hashtag Justice for Ojwang is trending not just in Nairobi, but in Dar es Salaam, Kigali, and Kampala. Young Africans are uniting online, sharing tactics, slogans, and stories. Part 5. The high stakes. Make no mistake, this is a dangerous moment. Governments across East Africa are watching closely. Will Kenya clamp down, or will it reform? If justice is served, Kenya could lead the way toward real accountability. But if not, we may see more deaths, more protests, and more repression across the region. The choice now lies with the people and the powers that be. If you're watching this and you're African, ask yourself, do you feel safe to speak your truth? Would your government protect you or silence you? It's time to demand answers, time to demand reforms, and time to remember the fight for justice in Kenya is the fight for every African voice. Like, share, and comment below with the hashtag Justice for Ojwang. Follow AfriFacts for more untold African truths. Together, we rewrite the story.